Hey, so I'm about to go to bed in a couple minutes. It's late. Um, I was just kind of thinking, just about like the difference between like success and failure, and sometimes I kind of get into these like reflective modes about like just thinking about my life and just how things are unfolding and how they've turned out. I was at a dance class and like I literally like walked inside of there, and within like 5 seconds of being in there, I felt so sick. Like my throat, my nose started running. I was like, man. And my dance teacher goes, "Hey guys, I promise I'm no longer contagious." I was like, oh, so you're a doctor now? So it's like, how do you know? Like, because like most people say like they're no longer contagious. Like they would say like the doctor said I'm no longer contagious, or I'm no longer contagious. I went to the doctor. Not I promise. But I was just kind of thinking because I was talking to it was a mixture of like talking to my friends and kind of like seeing some of my friends like on a parallel journey to where like they went to school, they got the degree, they started work in their respective fields. Some of them are engineers, some of them are accountants, and just to kind of hear the way that life is, where it's like where you either number one can't control your time, number two you can't control your freedom, number three you can't control your income. And a lot of times, like on this channel, we talk about income, right? Because it's like at least for me, like growing up, what I kind of learned was that if you don't have a lot of like money or finance, it's really hard to get the other things. Like it's hard to get time freedom when you're working a job and like you don't get any like time off, or to like work a bunch of overtime, or if it's a really manual labor type job and you're injured all the time, or your body's breaking down, your body's tired, or just situations that just kind of come up that like either take away your nest egg or etc. It's I don't know. It's I see just like how a lot of people they want to be able to change their life. They want to be able to like go live on, like have the vacations, be able to go travel. They want to be able to have the time with their family. But it's tough. It's tough because like most like the system and just kind of the world is designed for most people to kind of be like in that middle or that lower middle, right? Where it's like if let's say you were like flat in the middle of the middle class, right? If inflation wasn't a thing, it wouldn't matter. You'd just be right there, you'd be good. But it's almost like it's actively pulling you down. And it's like, if you just do what you're supposed to do to kind of maintain, you end up like losing ground. In order for you to really kind of get a good life, or like you might see me traveling. Like I travel. I literally went to Cape Coral, Florida, a couple days ago for 10 days. I'm gonna go back to Fort Myers, basically the same place, for a couple days, probably about 5 days, in the middle or slash end of February. Then I'm gonna go to another place, another place, another place. Right? It's like I would never have imagined that I could be able to do this, and like both from a financial perspective and even more importantly from a timing perspective. Like when I was working my job, right? Most people get what 2, 3, maybe if you're blessed, like 4 weeks vacation if it kind of rolled over, depending on the company that you're at, and it's like you're just kind of like forced to do stuff that you don't want to do, and you know, when I started my business, like I wasn't like this like out of the box, just amazing business owner, right? It was like I wasn't very good at first. Was not very good at all. I thought about quitting a lot. It was like I don't know. It was kind of like every time I do a consultation call, it wouldn't close. Just a reminder of I'm not very good at sales. Every time that someone would say like my price was too expensive, be like, oh my gosh, maybe they just don't see my value, or maybe I'm charging too much money, right? And it'd be like my confidence would be like hit. But just all these like things, man, left, right, and center every single week. And like some weeks I wouldn't be able to like it would be like month end, so I would not really have as much time to work on the business. And I'd just be like, oh my gosh, man, when can I get a break? Like when both a break from like my schedule, but also a break from like just success. Like man, I see people, like I see people winning the lottery and stuff, and I know that sounds crazy, but like at the time I was like, man, why can't I just like win the lottery? Why can't I just like been like born like a rich kid where I could like have the Ferrari in high school and just not have to work and stuff. I don't know, man. It's like, yeah, that was tough. It wasn't tough like financially because I had a good job at the time, but it was just more of like it's not about the money. I don't know how to explain. It's like it's not about the money. It's like there was like this kind of like yearning kind of in my like soul to be able to like succeed. I didn't care what I succeeded in. Like I tried like an e-commerce business. I tried to sell Pokemon card. I know it sounds crazy, like Pokemon cards, but there was a market. People like make good money trading like baseball cards and stuff. I tried to be like a personal trainer. Like I did not care what I was doing, like what business model I was doing, trying to make money. I didn't care. I literally did not care. It could have been selling those tongue depressor stick things. I did not care, man. I if it could make me some money and I could quit my job and just be able to do what I wanted to do. Oh, that was it. That was it. But none of those worked for me, man. So I had to like figure out this accounting stuff and like it wasn't like I just got lucky or it wasn't like I just like figured it out. Like some people are like, oh, you just figured it out. I'll figure it out. It's like, no, no, you don't just figure this stuff out. You need to have a proven system, proven process. I paid so much money in courses to like be able to figure out this stuff. Cause like back then, like in 2015 when I started, like they didn't have courses for book like how to start a bookkeeping business. It was like you had to buy a bunch of random stuff. Like there was like used car sales videos. There were perfect sales scripts you could buy. There was like how to run Facebook ads. It was just a bunch of random stuff that I had to keep buying. Like I had to like tweak it to like make it work to like for this business model. And it was just like it was rough, but it's like, sometimes you just gotta commit and just do what you gotta do. That's the difference between like success and failure. I was talking to this gentleman yesterday and he was like, it was weird because like he wanted to join the mentorship program, and based on what his word like what I thought of him as a person, I thought he could do it, but all of his words were like just so um counterproductive. So on the one hand, he's like, I want to have something that's very consistent. I can just do this for like the rest of my career. Oh, but I don't know if I want to do bookkeeping because it's boring. Then he goes, well, I want a boring business model that can work. It's like, wait, those three things just totally contradicted itself. Or it's like, hey man, it was like he was spending money on like a really really stupid thing, not like stupid like in like judgmental way, but just like it was totally discretionary thing. He's like, I don't really have a lot of money to kind of like invest in stuff right now. It's like, wait, but you just said that your bills are X and your income is Y. So what do you mean? He goes, oh well, I could, but I like spending my money on this thing and this thing. I was like, what? So he was claiming poverty, but he had a bunch of excess money. He was just spending on like just crazy, just different things. We'll say like that, and it's like that's the kind of stuff that's gonna cause certain people to fail, man. It's like it's not that different. It's not that extreme. It's not like this one big success that kind of like windfall that happens. It's not like winning the lottery. It's like a bunch of small wins every single day that add up over time. It's all this game is. That's the difference between success and failure. It's all this game is. It's little. It's very, very little. And that's why like some people like I remember when I was growing up, my mom would be like, you can have a little bit of moderation. It's like, no, you can't in moderation. You know what I mean? It's like with the cookies. It's like all the cookies add up, man. You have one cookie today, one cookie at lunchtime, one cookie at dinner, then you have like some ice cream, and it's like it all adds up. And I know what you're saying, like Bryce, I want to have fun and enjoy my life. I understand. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like if that's what the bad stuff does, imagine what the good stuff does. If you just do a little bit of good stuff every day, if you just talk to one person in the morning, maybe you send out an email to a potential business owner in the afternoon. Maybe you do a proposal at nighttime. Maybe it closes, maybe it doesn't close. Those three activities every single day. That's more than 90% of other bookkeepers and accountants and just business people in general are doing. And if you do that little, just one, two activities every single day for 300 days, not even the whole year, you can take 65 days off. That's the weekend plus some holidays. 300 days a year. You're going to be so much further than like 90% of other people, right? And that's why I make these videos, man. I'm rooting for you. Right? It's like when you're successful, there's not a lot of people who can share in your success. Like I talked about earlier, like I can go travel, but all my friends that I grew up with, either went from college, people that were from my hometown, people that I met after college at the workplace, like they can't do what I can do. So only people I really have are my family and you guys, right? That's why I want you to be successful, because then you can come hang out with me in different places. You can come visit me in different places. We can be friends. We can call on the phone. I can say, hey, I just had this big win. You can talk about your big win, right? That's a real thing, I basically created my own circle of winners, essentially. That's what this is. And like, you're watching my YouTube channel, so like you're on the inside. I just want to, get more of a personalized relationship with you so we can take you to that next level. That's it. But at the end of the day, even if you never like sign up for a mentorship program or anything like that, it's not really that big of a deal, right? As long as you can kind of get something out of this channel and you can take the steps to move forward in your life, that's all I really want for you. So, you know, as I make this video close to midnight tonight, I'm always rooting for your success. I'm your friend from afar, and can't wait to see you succeed. Take it easy. Talk to you soon.